on in our life on SB. It has been brought to my attention basically that I forgot to add one in my socialization series, which I'm hoping to address to you all right now, which maybe is a good question that many people may have been thinking about. You know, should us SBs in the autistic community push ourselves to socialize or not? This is my view and uptake to just gain a better understanding and clarity and understanding, however, it's to address to you all about all this, so that hopefully that when it comes down to, like I said so many times before, if you know an SB or you bump into somebody you suspect that they're autistic and all that, you know, hopefully it will just get you better clarity and understanding through it all of what and who we are as a person. Right. As you know, basically this may be a hot debatable topic, however, about socializing for us autistics on the autistic spectrum, on the in the autistic community. If the ones that has been following me been watching my videos on these series, I humbly apologize if it's gonna make you uncomfortable sort of thing, but I'm here just to be a voice for you all as well, just to share my life experiences based on these everyday topics that I feel is important to share and address to others outside the autistic community, and hopefully maybe one day that you guys will do the same. Maybe, like I said, it'll be nice that maybe some of you in the autistic community to share what's on your heart and whatnot, and maybe in the near future that I can actually communicate to you and maybe do a collab, even though there has been some interest at the moment that wants to hang with me to do a collab or make connection with them sometime. So I'm going to hopefully do this maybe in the next few months, to do a couple of collabs with them and talk to them and get to know them more, hopefully maybe meet them in person, maybe if they're in and around my community where I live or outside, just to get out the comfort zone of where I'm living pretty much, even though, yeah, we'll see how we go anyway. As you have been watching most of the vlogs, however, about these topics, this one is sticking out like a sore thumb though. As I said, the question remains, should us autistics basically force ourselves to socialize? Sometimes though, however, some of the autistics will feel uncomfortable, I'll address, to socialize, or just someone else in particular that may be not autistic and they just tend to force those people on them, be it peer pressure. Like some of us feel the need, they have to fit in, to blend in and that, but I feel that in everyday age, this is going to be another topic on its own, of peer pressure. Why should we be just someone we're not and actually dress up to someone who we're not and act in a way of a sense that we should be, pretty much, which is just, you know, not very good. As we know, there are pressures inside our zones, be it, you know, in the environment or outside the environment that is out of our control, of these pressures, be it sometimes of the pressures I'm meaning is like, you know, we're forced upon ourselves to socialize with family, maybe, even though we feel the must and have to because we loved our family members, just to socialize and give up our time of whatever we're doing in the day. Also, it comes down to it also similarly with our friends, and sometimes again when it comes down to socializing with people in the workforce, sometimes, like as they say in the workforce, we need to work together as a team, even though sometimes I find it really hard sometimes when it's in a real big group. However, working in a team can cause some problems, however, for me, because sometimes I just like to be on my own and whatnot, just to breathe, just to, you know, rejuvenate and refresh myself, sort of thing. However, the pressures around us, however, be it internally or externally, can have its consequences. What I mean here is basically, like, when we do pressurize ourselves to socialize, you know, our anxiety levels will be on the increase, that will lead to panic attacks, meltdowns, anger outbursts, heart rate will increase, and all hell will break loose, however, based on the meltdown stage or anxiety attacks, be it depending on the autistic's way of how they're dealing or coping with, you know, the everyday pressures, because obviously some of us autistics can't handle too much pressure all at once. And like I said, that's why the need of the routine for some of us autistics is really important. every day, everyone in our everyday life who we have contact with, be it our friends, family, or work colleagues, pretty much may want us or tend to expect us to socialise, as I said so much just before. We get encouraged to do some normal activities, be it kicking ball, be it we're going on the beach, we're swimming with you a lot, or whatever. But sometimes for some of us, when it comes down to these activities, it can be daunting and overwhelming, scary all at once, because this will lead us to obviously push ourselves to really, socialise, and that's when the panic station comes in, or the panic button of ours will come in, push that panic button, and the sirens will go off, like, as they say with those jailed inmates that just escapes, that sort of siren will ring in us. Yet some of us autistics, however, we are great at socialising and communicating, but then sometimes some of us are not. Well, quite the opposite, however. We are all different, however, with the different abilities and skills and attributes that we shine out, be it on the autistic community or not. I am pretty much usually the one, depending on the situation, will socialise to an extent of a everyday situation, be it in a party, be it in a work environment, to a point where I feel that I need to actually just get on with it and do it. This is how I work right now. I've learnt now that yes, okay, we shouldn't be pushing ourselves, but I do anyway, and I've realised that now, since I've been pushing myself to the point of no return, that I'm usually exhausting myself, and sometimes I forget that I need to look after myself, even though I'm looking out for the benefit of others around me, having that different hats on, be it the Bonono thinking hats, if you've heard of him. Pretty much, I'm not meaning the physical, I'm meaning those, classical ones that has been addressed so many times before. And sometimes, as I said before, in one of my pieces, that I do shapeshift to a point where it fits for me in that situation. Hanging with friends and family to me is important, however, as you can create a stronger bond, and it means a lot to the person that you're hanging with, that you're actually giving them that attention and giving them that time of the day. It shows that you care, you're supportive in their own rights and own needs, and it's worth it in the long run, however. There can be also times that outside forces can try to force us or force ourselves to just socialise. In my life in the past, however, I want to share with you all. During my intermediate and college, high school years, shall we say, I was told or even forced to socialise, as it will get me further ahead in life, and that I could achieve anything and everything in my willpower if I choose to do so. In my reach. I remember that I used to be the quiet, shy one, and to this day I still am quite shy and personal and private, yet as I'm now sharing with you all my life experiences, and hopefully you guys get a better understanding and actually maybe learn a few things from me, that some days when I do socialise, I feel that I'm taken advantage of, because of my character of being the caring, loyal one, and that no matter what, I am forever grateful, though, that I am now starting to socialise more and actually get to know more people, and actually now using my, as people will laugh at me, my little spiritual eyes to know and discern who's real and who's not in my circle, to actually, pinpoint or take them out, pretty much. I'm also forever grateful, though, for the lecturers I've had in the past and present that has dedicated their time, their patience, and also basically have been supportive of me to get to know me as a student, pretty much, as well as a person outside the label of my Asperger's syndrome and all the like. Pressures in adult autistics, however, can be again similar to the ones when you're an autistic child. You see, as I've grown up, I had to make everyday choices like you, or, be it, what it is, and thought to myself, I need to be myself, however. Be real and genuine. Don't forever be a plastic or a fake. As there will be people out there one day who will eventually accept me and get to know me as a real person. Again, without all these label mentality of my depression, my OCD, my Asperger's syndrome, and the like. as I was growing up, however, when I was trying to socialise, I did question myself and doubted myself and my ability time and time again when I was facing my demons on my own, which was really scary, you know, facing my demons on my own, even though I tried to make sure to have the right support network and people around me that I could trust. Even though time and time again I felt really unsure and uncertain at the time about basically facing my demons, you know, did I really want to face them, you know, on my own, or let it reveal to others about what was going on inside of me, regardless when I was socialising. You know, many people may tend to think of me as a cool, calm, collected person or a bubbly person, regardless what it is, you know, despite what my day brings and what my day challenges me in the world of it all, like here's the example what I'm addressing to you all on this topic, socialising. You know, but in all further ado though, regardless of it all, I'm here now breathing, telling the story of my life and journey, of my conditions and the like, just to create an awareness and understanding. You know, I am at this stage now, as I've been contemplating in the present right now as well as in the past, facing these demons, is it worth it, you know? Or does it really matter in the long run? No, in some ways it doesn't, I feel. But then again, you know, when I do socialise, as I said, I push myself, doing the best to what I can in my ability. I'm not here to please anyone, as I said so many times before. I do exhaust myself quickly, as you know, and sometimes I get bored easily, hence why, as I said, routines is important to put in place so I can create activities of my own when I do need some other everyday activities just to get on with my day. Sometimes I do tend to beat myself up with guilt, and then I get depressed over, you know, what I've done or said to people. Yet I see myself making slow improvements in its own given right. You know, my journey is different to you lot. Yes, you know, my one may be slower than yours getting to the finish line, but who says that, like I said so many times before, that it should be raced upon, you know, life should be enjoyable and whatnot, and what we do in our lives will be, you know, up to us. Peer pressure, however, is a real common problem and still exists today, however, in teens, autistic community and the like. You know, you see why should we be someone who we are not? Just wanted to share with you what my struggles and how I overcome them. I'm hoping for you to understand me better as a person. So thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up for support or liking my videos so far, and also just comment below for just, you know, encouragement, or just comment below something just to show that you guys are engaging and actually gaining a better understanding and knowledge